What's going on, collectibles? Welcome back to the collection with me, Eddie. Today we continue the random collection. As y'all can see, some things on the shelves are no longer there. It's just these items here, and that's because they're not going to be up here. These will stay on for season 1, and I took some things off because I didn't want them on this shelf particularly. I am going to probably put them in another shelf off camera and just set them up there. But here I'm going to just put pretty much the favorite of the episode. And as y'all can see, I left the little bear, the train, Goku, Celebi back there, the little Assassin's Creed, and the Red Bull. But they won't be staying on these two shelves. I'm putting it up right here in this shelf. That's just so I can use these two as the viewing shelf. And as you can see, I put them up here, and I had to put Celebi right here between Goku's legs because he didn't really stand up. For every season, this will happen. I will choose things from every episode just to leave up here, and it will just stay out through the whole thing. And some things might not make it, some things might, and y'all will actually be able to choose what stays and what goes. Just because they're up here right now doesn't mean that they're necessarily going to stay there for the whole thing. It might be just for a couple episodes, or maybe it's just for one specific episode. But like I said, for every episode, there will be some things to be chosen to be up in this shelf along with these things, and y'all will choose alongside me, and we will make this our collection. Before we get started, I'm gonna ask you if y'all can hit subscribe and that notification button. Be a collectible and be part of the collection family. Today we have a very simple list but long list. We have 12 random cars and 3 cars, Hot Wheel cars, that are still in the packaging, and you'll understand why later on. You might be wondering where these came from or what items are missing. If you want to find out, check out the last video that I made. I'm gonna leave a description down below, and y'all go check it out after this video. First up, we got the 12 random little cars. And the reason I collect these is because it reminds me of my childhood. In my childhood, I would collect these cars that were extremely cheap. They were I think it was either 6 through 10 cars per packet, and they were like either the same cost or cheaper as just one Hot Wheel car back then. So that's the ones I had to get. First up, I got 2 of the same, so I'm gonna talk about them at the same time. It's these. I'm gonna hold one up first. I'm gonna show y'all. It's this one. If it wants to focus on it, there somewhat, but there it is. It has a bull on it, an orange bull with like a yellow background, sun type of thing, with number 13. It looks very boxy. It's one of those very cheap cars made of like all plastic, and it's just painted over it. And it's with the little wheels that feel like they're gonna come out. And it's one of those cars that I have. Like I said, it reminds me of my childhood, and these are actually the cars I used to get. And like I said, I have 2 of them. I believe they came out from separate packets. I don't remember. But I like the design, it's fun and it gets the job done. Some of these cars were actually faster than the Hot Wheels that my cousins or friends would have. And whenever we raced them down the hill, my car would sometimes win. I don't know why, since there's technically better quality. But I didn't dislike these cars, and a lot of people did. I don't know why. Next is a car that came in the same package as one of these, and it's this little green car right here. It has an eagle and trees in the background, and it does not want to focus on that. But yeah, it has an eagle and the trees. It's probably why it's green. And like I said, it's the ones that probably come off easily, and it's very cheap. Like I can probably just squeeze these between my two fingers and it's like already bending and it'll probably break. But I like them nonetheless. I want to collect them even though they're not high quality. And I do have Hot Wheels, but these just bring childhood memories, so I kind of like them more. Next, we have this car, which y'all can't see due to the background that's put against my skin. It has like a dragon on it with flames. I don't know if y'all are able to see that. It doesn't want to focus. There it is. But yeah, this is a more slick look, more aerodynamic. I think that's the word. But I noticed that in none of these it has like details, kind of like the Hot Wheels do. There's no seats, no steering wheels, no nothing. It's just the top shelf, the plastic to be made to look like it's glass, and then the wheels. But if this was a real car, I believe this car will have the doors kind of like the DeLorean from Back in the Future, the gold wing doors that open up, and it's just because it has that similar frame right here that makes me think it probably opens up this way. Up next, we have another pair that are the same. So I just be holding up one. Place this down here. And just like the other ones, doesn't have any design in it. And it also has that slicker look to it. That more aerodynamic look. But it is it does seem a little bit boxier than this one. But it seems a lot smoother on the top. And this one seems like it goes smooth up and then smooth again. I believe this one will actually win just for the aerodynamics on it. But I'm not big on the science or a car person, so I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Up next, we have a wind-up car. It's not anything fancy, but I like it. It's a fun little car. It's one of those cars that you can get out of those 50-cent machines. And like I said, it's a wind-up car. You just pull it back and it gets sent. And I have it on here because it's a car and it belongs with other cars. The next car kind of reminds me of what are they called? They're the GMC Suburban cars, the ones from like 1965 to 1970. Kind of reminds me of the car from That 70s Show. I don't know if y'all watched it before. Hilarious show. But it's green. It has a 22 on it or something. Some kind of flame, I believe that is. I don't know. It's the same color as the 22. It's kind of like grayish. I don't know if y'all can see that. But this is actually better quality than these cars right here. It's kind of I think it's metal, but it's like a cheap metal. So it's the bottom, and this one actually has details inside of it. You can see the little chairs in there and things, but it does not have a steering wheel. But at least it's a better quality and it has more details. So it's a more imaginative car, I suppose. It's better to play with, I suppose. Have make believe people in there because it has seats, unlike these that you can just, I mean, they're cars they're supposed to drive, but with this one you can actually make a storyline with people in it. But that's a matter of opinion. Up next, we have a Matchbox product, a little car. I believe this is the Hummer H1 Alpha. It's right here. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm not sure. It has like a red zebra print right here. The wheels are thicker. The material is a lot thicker. But when you look at it, The windows are literally just painted on there. Doesn't want to focus, but yeah, it's just painted on there, so it doesn't leave much to the imagination. But it's still a pretty beefy car. You can pretend you're probably from the back, a super move, just going off the back right here. Driving and then driving off like that. I know it doesn't work like that, and the car, this car actually, if these were real cars, it probably just go under it. But it's fun to make believe go over it. But this is, like I said, a better quality car than definitely these, but also than this one right here. The the metal just feels far superior. Like if I do this, I can still bend it down like I can these, but it's all these cars are still nice to me, and this is just better quality per se. Up next, we have I believe this is a Motor Max. Yes, this is a Motor Max truck, a Ford. I'm not very sure what it says. Ford F-150. So, oh, I didn't even, does this one say what it is in the bottom? It does not, but this one does. It's a Ford F-150. I believe I had actually, I think this is actually the car I used to have as a kid. Not in real life, but like I've had this since a kid. A lot of these cars I've had since a kid. But this one's particular, I believe this is the one I had when I was younger. And I didn't have many trucks, but this one I guess I'm keeping since many of my childhood toys have been lost due to some circumstances, life. But I don't know how this one got saved. Up next, we have the big competitor, Hot Wheels. It's just this one is not one of those that is encased, like I said in the beginning. These are opened because they were open whenever I got them. And the first one is this bus. And I was trying to find, it's right here in the side. I don't know if y'all can see. It says the flying finesses. And I was trying to search them up. Right here it says there's names. It's a bit scuffed up, but I think it says the first one says Mikey, then Tony Jr. Right here. It does not want to, but whatever. These three guys right here. I was trying to do some research on who they were before I started, but I couldn't find anything but the bus. Every time I put the flying finesses, I just got the bus, and the most I got out of the research was that they were a sideshow. So if anybody knows what they are, or maybe are better researchers than me, leave it a comment below. Just letting me know what these guys are. Actually, before I move on to the next one, I found out something that kind of amazed me. This truck is probably from the 1988. Right here it says 1988, and I searched it up, and it says that's from 1988. But there was also a release on, I believe, 2012. So it might be the one that was re-released. So, I'm not sure, but like I said, right here in the bottom it says 1988. But who knows? It might be older than me, or it might be younger than me. And now we have the final of the random cars. It's this one. It's a Hot Wheel. It is, it says down here, a Dodge Little Red Express truck. And I actually searched this up because I couldn't find a name until I saw Dodge, but I didn't know that the rest was actually the name. So I put Dodge, and I was looking through the cars. And the reason it's called the Little Red Truck is because it comes mostly in red. Like most of the pictures I found was red, so all the paint job on this wasn't it's in purple most of the time. It is actually red. So there it is, and it says Little Red Truck Express. No, Little Red Express Truck on the side, right there. Man, my camera does not want to focus at all. But yeah, that is the next item. And the thing I like is that everything's metal, except for some details. They're plastic. The other thing I like is that this is very close to the real thing. You know, it has everything, the little snouts right here and the interior and everything. It's very close to the actual thing. The only thing different, you know, the color. But I think that's just Hot Wheels way of just spicing up the colors. And even if it wasn't, I actually seen purple ones of these. I saw one, but without the I don't know what these things called, the outtakes or whatever they're called, the thing that throws the smoke. But yeah, this is a pretty nice car. Now that we've shown all of the cars, I've talked about all the cars. Let's put them on the shelf. I doubt you'll be able to see them since they're kind of low to the ground, but I'll still put them up there for the time being, just so it won't be too cluttered up in my area right here, and I can move on to the next thing. And now there's all the little cars right there, and now we're gonna get to the other ones that I said that were in the package. I was gonna make this into a most least favorite to most favorite of the three of them, but turns out that in that order was also the order of the first one that I got to the most recent one that I've gotten. So it kind of worked out either way. We're gonna start off with this one right here. It is called, I think it's a Ford Escort Rally. At least that's what it says right here. It says Mattel wheels, something like that. The collection number is 192, and it says it was made in 2001. So I think the 192 is probably because it's the 192nd in line of the collection. I'm not really sure. I'm barely getting into the Hot Wheels collection thing, so I haven't really read much about it. But this is the car right here. And one of the reasons I haven't taken them out of the packaging is because it's just I've had him in the package for so long that I've just never taken him out. And actually this one has been with me almost as long as these ones are, probably like less time. It's between the time I got Goku and the train, so there is a couple of years between that, but somewhere in between. But the thing I like about this one is it has lights in front, and I know you can't really see it well since it's still the packaging and everything, but I don't want to take it out even though it's ripped. It's just a nostalgia type of thing, and I did the same thing with this three. I couldn't take him out of the package. I tried once. You can see right here, I was gonna peel it, but I regretted it, and I didn't do anything any further. Up next we have the Hot Wheels from the Hot Wheels original series, and it's this one. I don't know, it says exclusive right here. It says Metro Rail Nash Metropolitan. I'm not sure what that says, Metropolitan, but it says it says Metro Rail on the side of the car, and it has flames and everything right there on top. And the reason I like this one is because it has that hot rod vibe, and I personally like hot rods. It's just something I like to see. I wouldn't necessarily own a hot rod, but I like seeing them. If I see them on the streets, I will always like stare at them. I have a bad habit of staring at whenever I see cars that I like. Um, but yeah, this is a very nice hot rod. I like the black and the yellow flames contrast. Makes the flames kind of pop since it has that black background, and the yellow is just a bright color, so it just makes everything pop. And then the red kind of highlights everything as well. And I like the wheels. Like the wheels, if you see the wheels, they're like in there, and that's pretty neat. I like those cars. And in the back, you can see that there is more cars to be collected. And hopefully one day I can track all of these down and make another video and have this show up again. When that will be, honestly, I don't know. I don't even know if it might happen, but I try to hunt all these down and complete this collection. Before we get to the last item, I'm gonna ask y'all if y'all can subscribe, hit that notification button, and hit that thumbs up button. And like I said, be a collectible and be part of the collection family. Up next, we have another hot rod kind of car, and my favorite color is black. So this car it took the top spot because of that. Also, I like the design, and I like the contrast between the two colors it has. Well, technically it has like 5, but the prominent colors are 2 plus the Hot Wheels logo and stuff. It's this one, the Night Shifter. I like the blackness, and then there's blue on it. You can see right there. There's blue tint, and also the plastic that it's made for the windows. It's blue, and the blue kind of just makes it pop. And then the gold on the engine and whatever this is, it makes it pop even more, and it's pretty nice. The design and everything. I like the design. I like the colors. It's a very nice car. And then the subtle red in the front bumper right here. I like the contrast. Let me put on this side. I like the contrast that it does as well. Kind of makes it look nice. Black and red always made a good combination. I don't know where I heard this, but I believe they said ninjas actually wore some black and red to signify kind of blood of their enemies. But at the same time, they also use other things than black. Black wasn't really the style unless it was like their signature. But yeah, I like the black car right here. Thanks for watching part 2 of the random series, and part 3 will be coming out next week, and I believe that will be the last part. So it's gonna be 3 parts. And if y'all want to see the first part, click the link down below and see what's up with these. And before I go, I'm gonna set these up on the shelf so y'all can see. So there they are, right there. Those two right here didn't want to stay upright, so they're kind of inverted, but I think that looks better actually. But that is it for today, and I hope y'all have a happy day, and I'll see you in the next